Well, hello, friends, and welcome into a very special gathering, a live stream here at Michigan Golf Live that's unlike any we have ever done before. Our broadcast location is in the middle of nowhere. We have driven up this mountainous road that was covered with golf balls, and it takes us to the beautiful peaks of Charlevoix, where I think I can see my home back in mid-Michigan from here. And we have gathered with a very special group that is still celebrating the culmination of a remarkable story. We are at the home of Charlevoix High School golf coach Doug Drent, and he is surrounded by the team, right? And these guys, you talk about a story that needs to be made into a movie. That's where we are right now. And Coach, first of all, thank you for letting us invade your home in the midst of a team pizza party. And just the celebration continues. The trophy is on the table over here. What have the last few days of your life and this team's life been like?
Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming and being with us. It's been amazing to see the joy in these guys, and I just feel grateful that we were able to accomplish what they were able to accomplish, and that it's one of those things that, like you said, it's kind of a dream. It's like one of those things that feels surreal, and the outpouring of love from the community and parents, and it's been really fun. It's really fun to see the joy that these guys got to experience.
Okay, now I don't pretend to know everybody's names in this room, so I'm going to have you take us on a little journey all the way through, so everybody knows who everybody is.
Okay, so when Mr. Hops told me that they were going to come, I said, okay.
We asked. It is your house.
Or we were going to do this. I said, okay, we got to do the team. And then I said, I need, first of all, my assistant. And then the guys that were with us last year and experienced the tragedy of the accident, they haven't been around us, got to be around us that much, but they're still part of this story. And so I thought that I reached out to them today, and they all said, yeah, we'll come. And I was just grateful for that. So I'm going to go around the room. And the first boy over there is our son, Maxwell Drent, and he's a junior. And so
wave to your many adoring fans.
so that's Maxwell. Next to him is Landon Whistler, and he's one of our varsity guys and had a great state meet. So Landon, and then next to him is the guy that tied for first in the state is Bryce Voss. Bryce nice. Went crazy on the back nine and helped us.
Forest Acres, you went nuts on that back nine?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's awesome. And then next to him is Joe Gaffney, who Joe shot his lifetime best at his last round at Forest Acres, shot 76 and ended up medaling. So Joe. Next to him is Keen Hallstrom, our other senior. The three seniors are together.
And Keen's smiling like big time. He's got some people watching. I can tell.
Keen played day one, and then he got to celebrate like nobody else. And so Keen,
what does that mean exactly? We'll get back to that in a minute.
I saw a picture of Keen. Anyway, and behind him is Blake, our freshman that played on day two, did a great job, and he's got 3 more years of state championships in him. So Blake Voss, Bryce's little brother. And then right straight behind me is Jackson Krause. And Jackson is a freshman at Michigan, as was one of the guys that was with us last year and still is with me all the time. So Jackson Krause is Michigan. And in the middle is Brady's Wurzel. And Brady, his freshman year was at Western. Are you still at Western?
Yep.
Western. And are you still studying to be PT?
Yep.
See, a physical therapist. So he actually, and Joe and I, we went to Barwis, and Brady spent some time doing some physical therapy down there. So I know that Brady's with us always. And then in the corner is another freshman at Michigan is Emmett Bergman. And Emmett is also in Ross Business School. Is that correct? Engineering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Engineering at Michigan. So he's great to have him back with us. And next to me is Bruce Bodine, the guy that finished last year coaching, finished the season and kept the team together, and is wise and just gives great advice all the time. So.
Okay, so we get to meet the lineup for the most part, and every one of you has a unique story that leads to this moment, leads to that trophy on the table, leads to your affection for Coach, for both of your coaches, right? So I got to start at the senior end of things and just talk about this journey. So, I mean, if you came in finishing at the top of the leaderboard, we got to start with you. Remind me of your name again.
Bryce Voss.
So, Bryce, you're senior, you're done?
Yeah, done.
You walked, everything's done, you marched,
Everything's
so
done. It's
nothing
all
can be
over.
held against you. They can't take it back.
Right.
What's this gathering? What do these guys mean to you, and what has this journey been like?
It's been interesting because some of these guys, like Emmett, I've been with since my freshman year. Everyone else is kind of just piled in along, and it's been really nice to grow together with everyone. You get so close, spending so much time with everybody that they almost become like family to you, and it's nice to be able to do something with people that close to you.
And not only did you compete together, but you kind of survived together. I mean, let's not get too crazy. You guys survived together, like in a literal sense. And I don't want to take you into any places that you don't want to go or talk about, but I think part of the movie that needs to be made is what happened before the championship. And I don't know if you want to talk about it or if you want to pass the mic around, but if you look at the before part of the journey and that trophy represents the after part of the journey, I'd like to know from some of you how challenging the journey has been. He passes. He's like, I'm going to pass this mic.
Yeah, obviously everybody in the accident had different things they were dealing with, some worse than others, but it was extremely difficult, and I was extremely blessed I feel like I recovered faster than I thought I was going to from the injuries I had. And then I was able to play basketball, which is a big goal for me. And then getting to golf season, didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't really swung a golf club in a long time. And even early in the season, I had my doubts. Scores weren't great. It took a while, but yeah, it was just, I feel like we really put it together at the right time. And it was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, Keaton, go ahead. If they hand you the mic, you have no choice.
Have to.
Part of the deal.
So I wasn't in the accident, but a lot of the guys that were like my closest friends. And I mean, you wouldn't wish it upon anyone, but if it was going to happen to anyone, this was the strongest group of guys it could have happened to. I mean, Joe is he ran a half marathon just a couple weeks ago. I mean, that's just huge. And they were very resilient. They all worked really hard. And a lot of them just put smiles on everyone's faces and amazed them with what they could do. But, yeah.
You go to the back row, and some of these guys who have moved on to college, and you get to celebrate with your teammates, but you also know what the journey's been like.
Yeah, I was checking scores all day Saturday, and it was just really like I remember they got done with the front nine, and they were up 1, and I checked, and they were up 20. So that was really cool to see.
Wow.
But yeah, I was lucky enough to get to play the rest of the season last year, and it was hard to see everybody like not come back, and I was just so glad everybody was able to play this year.
One of the things that I just love to understand even better, for those of you who were really, really seriously injured and you spent a lot of time in hospitals and in recovery and in therapy and all of that, why was it important for you to get back to play golf again? Why was this team important to you as opposed to just getting better and moving on with life? There was something special about this team, and coach, you're welcome to talk about it as well, but there was something that connected you guys. And I don't know how to define it because I wasn't in it. Who wants to talk about that drive to get back to playing the game?
All right, I'll talk about it, I guess. Considering I have the mic in my hand. I would say it was more just everyone needs goals in order to get to where you want to go. And looking at golf season, it's obviously a goal towards what you want to be. And I think a really important thing with Charlevoix Golf is just that it's like there's a long history of success, and there's a long history of Charlevoix Golf teams being good. And obviously with some of the injuries and stuff, last year we weren't able to make states. So there's obviously that we want to redeem ourselves, and you want to come back the next year and get back to what Charlevoix Golf is supposed to be.
Coach Doug, what was Charlevoix Golf? I don't know. Does this school have a long history of championship runs? Because I'm not sure that I remember reading about that. This seems like a true Cinderella story.
We always believe every year we're going to make it. we're going to make it every year to state. And so we're like the last, help me coach, 5 years,
More than that, probably 7, 8.
7 or 8 years, we've gone to state almost every year. Have we been in the mix? I think 1 year with your son, we got to play in the best flight on day 2, but we've never been close to trophy. We've never been close to trophying. That being said, there was 1 year that they got second to state, the year that I don't think
We weren't coaching.
Yeah, we weren't coaching. So, but there is a tradition that, it's an expectation we go. It's an expectation we go, and they were close last year. They were close. I mean, you guys were how many shots? Like 8.
Yeah.
And with like 6 holes to go, you're a third. So I mean, I think it's an expectation. I feel like this group is different in the fact that I think that we always believe, correct me if I'm wrong, believe we had a chance to win. I mean, I believe we always, the whole year from day one, we felt like we had a chance. And I think as we got closer and closer, it became more realistic. And I believe we believed we were as good as anybody. And so it was just a matter of getting down there and playing like we knew we could play.
Well, for the coach that you described as the brains of the operation, when you were in recovery, Doug, and it was, I don't remember the number of days, but it was a lot, right, in the hospital. You have this challenge and probably a decision to make.
Well, I didn't really have a decision to make. I automatically was going to keep working with these guys. I've known them all for years, all of them, some of them since they were born. So there was no chance I was going to let last season be a wash. I wanted to do as much as I could, get as many of the guys that could come back if they wanted to. And the ones that were able to did, and they played. And we didn't make it out of the regional, but we did tie for first in our conference, which was a huge accomplishment, I thought. We brought up guys from JV, and those guys who aren't here, they kicked butt. They really worked hard the way they saw how these other guys would work and practice, and they stepped right in to do as best they could, and it was fantastic to see. And then I just I expected this year to have a really, really good team, and I wanted to make sure the guys that were coming back last year to play would be ready for this year, no matter what happened because I didn't know what was going to happen with Coach or with Joe or with Maxwell at that point. I didn't know if they were ever going to play again, for sure. I hoped. I wanted them to. I believe they would, but I didn't know. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted everybody to be ready.
Yeah. So without getting too deeply into the medical conditions, how many of you spent time in the hospital after the accident? Yeah. And let's go back corner. We haven't talked. Remind me of your name again.
I want to just one other thing that I just want to say is when again I was not aware for about a month about anything, and then when I did become aware, I was amazed that these guys got back on tee boxes. I mean, I was amazed that you guys went back at it, and I was kind of in awe, and maybe it was because I knew how we were injured and we were hurt, but I just was amazed that they were able to do that. I was so impressed, and that was over a little bit. I was amazed at that point what you guys were able to do. So go talk.
Remind us of your name again.
Emmett.
So Emmett, you had some rehab to do, right? You and I don't use that word lightly because I've been able to follow along on the journey, and some of you had in more than standard rehab. You had questions on whether you might walk again or have full range of motion again. What drove you, Emmett, while you were in the hospital to get back and play this silly game that we all love?
I mean, even knowing that probably half the team would come back and play, I mean, I still, like he said, most years we have this recognition that we do have a chance every year. And so even though we didn't make states, I mean, if everybody plays well on the right day, we could still get top 5, top 3, even when half the team's out. So, I mean, mine wasn't as much like broken bones. It was a lot of internal stuff. So once they cleared me to play, I mean, I played 2 practice rounds after they cleared me, and then I played in regionals. which didn't go as good as I had hoped. But
Well, it's not like you had a lot of reps,
yeah,
right? Wow. We're going right next door here. This community, the Charlevoix community, when we were in the area shooting TV shows, and you couldn't go 15 yards without seeing another sign in every business, in every yard. And you talk about a group of guys being loved. I'm sure you all felt it. What was it like for you as, I guess, a senior to just realize, you know, because the golf team doesn't draw big crowds. I don't want to shock you, but you're not selling out stadiums, right? If we're out there playing in front of family and friends, maybe grandpa comes to walk along with you and occasionally kick a ball out of the woods for you. But the whole town, and really, I think all of northern Michigan was a part of this journey. What did that mean to the team?
To the team, I think it meant everything. I remember sitting in the hospital. It was like late at night, and I saw all the support from like all the community, all the videos that people made, even like all the golf teams around the state holding up Charlevoix strong. I remember I was sitting in the hospital bed. I started crying, looking at all that stuff.
Sure.
And I can just imagine that all these guys too who went back to golfing kind of felt the same thing. Just all the support, like overwhelmingly.
Skip over a couple there. We've got a quiet guy in a white T-shirt back here in the corner. Remind me of your name, please.
I'm Blake, boss.
Okay, so guys, does Blake normally talk, or is he the quiet one?
Depends on who you ask.
I'm asking the team. They're all right here in the room with me.
Ask him.
All right. So Blake, what was your place throughout the accident, the recovery, and what was life like for you coming through all of this?
So you can tell being me a little brother, man. You fought.
Well, my brother was in the car accident, so it was
Hold that mic up a little bit.
I didn't really know anything about it, but my brother was in it, so I kind of felt bad for him and everyone that was in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And as you see this community rally around everybody, is it meaningful to you? Are you starting to realize that a lot of people care about you?
Yes, it's very meaningful that everyone in such a small place was helping out for. All right, I'm done.
I get the feeling you guys
Enough.
are giving him a hard time.
They give him a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a freshman, and they give him a hard time.
Well, the freshmen have to earn, right? They have to earn their way up through, and the seniors are like, yes, they do. Maxwell, I want to talk to you for a second. All right, so we're going to pass the mic up your way. When we talk about this story, and I'm talking to your dad a few different times during recovery, and people are praying for all of you, and people are following your journey, and it means a lot to a lot of people. You've got this on a couple levels, because it's you and it's dad, and then it's your brothers here as part of the team. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
How you feeling physically?
All right. I broke my arm in the crash, and that really affected. I mean, I don't really know how that would affect me golfing or what that would mean for me in the future, but thankfully I was able to get back to play. I don't have full range of motion with it still, so it still has affected my swing to this day, and I just it's tricky, but I'm just so grateful to be able to keep playing.
And as you were recovering, so was dad.
Right.
And so within your family, I know how hard that would be for me if my dad were in that position. How hard was it?
It was, it was really tricky ever since, when I got out of the van, right? Like I was instantly worried for him. Like now that I knew I was okay, I just wanted him to be okay as well. And me being his son just put me in a really unique position, seeing him recover. And it just has made me respect him even more and love him even more, that, he fought so hard to get to where he is right now and everything that he's been through. So
you have those moments where you realize how different life would be if somebody wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right? You start to think through those things. And for all of you, there's a lot of people that were praying for you, people you've never met, people you never will meet, right? But they're people who cared. your turn to talk now. Hand that thing next door. He's been kind of like, maybe the mic will just continue to pass me by. I don't really know. What year are you in again?
I'm a junior this year.
So you got one more year. You see this trophy sitting on the table. And now there's some pressure, the pressure to defend, right? So what are your thoughts about this saga, this story from accident to state title? And, what did you take away from it?
I mean, to be honest, after how last year turned out, obviously not how we wanted it to, it kind of never really like entered my mind that like we would be here now winning a state championship. Not that I doubted anybody here, I just had doubts with myself. And like, I'm also, even though I want to enjoy this, I'm already very excited for next year and seeing what that brings. I'm excited to see how well me and my teammates can improve and how well the incoming class can be. So, I mean, I'm just excited. I think that there's no reason that, after my doubts from last year, I don't think I have any doubts now that we can do this again.
How large was the margin of victory in the championship? Did you guys 17 shot win? So there was no messing around, right? The drama was pretty much wrapped up. Go ahead and give the mic back to Coach. 17 is pretty unusual. You'll see that down in the third, fourth, fifth place teams, but at the top, there's usually some sort of a battle. When did you know, man, things are looking pretty good here?
It was funny because it was so close the first 6 or 7 holes. It would flip flop us, West Michigan Christian, and then we got to a point where we got 2 shots up, and then we got 3 shots up, and then we got 6 shots up, and so it kind of just kept building. And part of it was how well we played on the back 9. But I think I knew. I don't know if it was Joe or somebody. I wanted to say something to him because we were up like 20, and I was like, you got to keep playing. You can't take it for granted because they still had 3. I think you had 3 or 4 holes to go.
Do the players know what the standings look like? Are you using
I think
the
some
Wanamaker
did.
app or something, or is there some?
Yeah, we use on Wanamaker.
Yeah.
So did you guys all know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all knew. And so Bryce told us a great story about a kid in his group said, well, looks like we're all playing for second place or something. Is that what the kid said?
That's got to feel good.
Yeah.
Give him the mic there, Doug.
He told me on like our 14th hole, he walks up to me and he goes, "Oh, you guys are really, really going to have to mess this up
Oh, nice.
for you guys to lose
Nice.
it." He gives me like a half glance, half smirk on, and I really hope you don't sell, but that would be so terrible. But no, he had basically, I didn't actually know what the score was until I looked on the next tee box, but I had a good feeling that we were in a pretty good position after he said that.
Well, it's funny. For the longest time, and back when I was coaching high school golf, if you had a phone with you, you were disqualified. Now you have to have a phone with you, and that's your leaderboard. And I'm wondering for those of you who were really in the mix, would you rather have not known what the scores were? Or was it kind of easier to know that you were just pulling away from everybody?
I don't know. Having scores it's nice for team. I think individuals, if you look at your score, it can mess you up. But if you know where your team standing is at, it's really nice to know what you have to do and how you have to play, because you got 5 holes left. If you're down 3 shots, you want to be able to know if you have to like pick up the pace a little bit and start trying to make birdies. But I think the only time that it can really get in your head is like if it's individual play, and then with like 6 holes to go that you need to like par out, then you start getting a little worried.
What'd you say to the guy who was planting those seeds in your mind?
I just laughed and I told him I wasn't gonna mess up, so it was fine.
I'm sure he meant the best, right?
Right.
It's a desperate situation. I first met Coach Doug when we were shooting a TV show, and we had the Muni as part of that. And as he was just kind of sharing his pride for the course and for the community and having grown up here, I remember, Doug, you got a little bit misty-eyed just because of the pride. You're like, I grew up here. I used to ride my bike here. I used to play this course. And now, of course, everything has been magnified to a level that's far beyond even those little moments we shared together. By the way, I'm proudly wearing my Charlevoix Muni Golf shirt today. And speaking of T-shirts, here, let me get this a little bit clearer for everybody. Speaking of T-shirts, this one just made its debut today, right? Did you just bring this today? This is the State Champs T-shirt. You guys ought to be selling a bunch of these. Got names on the back, accomplishments on the back. I need one of these too. I did nothing to help the team, but I just feel like I should wear one. So cool to see that. And Doug, your pride and love for the community, I know, boils over into pride and love for the school and for these guys and for your assistant coach. As we wrap up our time together, what do these guys mean to you, not just in a golf standpoint, but in a personal journey standpoint, as a mentor, as a coach, and as a guy who spent a lot of time in the stinking hospital?
I just think they're going to always be part of my life, whether they like it or not. I mean, they went through something that was horrible and came out and showed what's possible. And it's just the best story. I mean, and because of that, I feel like we have a connection. Everybody in this room has a connection that it's beyond normal connections. And I just, I'm grateful for them. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do. I just love them. And it's something where I feel like, I don't know. I think that these kind of things don't happen often in life. And then for us to be able to accomplish what they accomplished together and do it, it's just, it's amazing. It's kind of a miracle. I mean, I think about where we were a year ago today. I mean, I was still in the hospital. I mean, Joe, had you gotten out yet? I don't know if you probably gotten out, but it was one of those things where I feel like we've come so far and there's so much good and hope that can happen, but we're together forever. I mean, I said it before we pulled out of the parking lot at Forest Acres West is we're state champions forever. I mean, we're something that they'll have the rest of their life. And it's a connection that I'm just grateful to be a part of, a small part of.
You know, it's funny for you guys who've gone on to college, most likely as you enter as a freshman at college, nobody's really that excited about hearing about your accomplishments, because by the time you're playing at college, everybody has had a success in the golf world, right? You don't just walk in for the first time and dominate. But nobody else has your story. Nobody else comes from a community like Charlevoix. Doesn't discount what journey somebody else might have been on, but what you guys have been through is unlike anything else. And I'm definitely not joking when I say this should be a movie. We've had a live chat going during this. People have been typing in. SP Sprague says, what a great story. Congratulations. David Jimenez, Charlevoix Courage. Sarah Molador, Charlevoix Strong. So proud of you all. And I'm sure you know some of these folks.
Teacher.
Maybe they're teachers. Okay. Oh, yeah. Somebody didn't turn their homework. No, I'm just kidding.
Not the seniors.
I need to hear from the seniors. Again, who are all the seniors? 1, 2, 3.
These 3 guys right here.
Okay. Start down here since you didn't talk much, Keenan.
Thank you.
I want to give you the floor, the 3 of you, to close things out, and I want you to talk about that guy sitting next to you and what he means to you.
So first off, he was my elementary school principal when I was super young, and I can remember having pizza parties on the floor in his office, and just like my whole life, he's been giving back to the community, and he's made it as special as it's become, even with a motto, "Make Today Great," that he had on T-shirts for cross country, golf, ball markers. He has just always been an uplifting and just bright spirit to be around. And he's touched so many people's lives, talking to him and hearing about, he taught in Indiana, up here in Michigan, all over, and just hearing about everyone he's impacted. And I know how much he's impacted me and all the people around me. He's given us so much and helped us build a life and a foundation to continue to succeed, whether it's a state championship in high school, our first job after, or walking into college next year for the first time. He's changed all of our lives for the better and taught us how to be good, positive people who just uplift each other. And I think he's touched Joe a lot, so I'll let him talk.
Smooth handoff. I gotta get this.
I think growing up in Charlevoix, you don't have to meet Coach Strength or even if like ever talk to him. and everyone just kind of knows that he's like Mr. Charlevoix, pretty much.
Does he get a sash?
Yeah, like after the state championship, I was talking to my parents, and I was really thinking about him. Like, it must really stink to go to a grocery store if you're him, because you probably can't go without talking to everybody. Like he is famous in the city of Charlevoix. There's no doubt. And it's just like I have older siblings, and I heard about him just from them because he was their coach too, and you just hear about the great thing. And there's like, it's no surprise that he's been so successful as a coach just because he's somebody you want to be around. I think that's the thing with coaching that makes you the most successful. Like, people want to come to practice every day. People want to come and get better. And that's just because he's such a great person. And he doesn't even have to give you any golf advice. Most of us, he probably didn't give any golf advice. Yeah, but he's just there, and he's probably, you want to come and you want to interact with him and you want to talk to him and you want to ask him how his day's going. And that's just something that is a reason he's such a champion for sure.
Amanda Wilkins says, "Go Raiders! Well-deserved state champs." Everybody knows. Is that a teacher as well, or is that
Thank you, Amanda.
Amanda's in. Last but not least,
Coach Strength for me. I mean, it was the same as these two, but he was my principal when I was younger. But the most influential part of my life was probably always been golf. He's run junior golf in our community for I don't even know how long, and so I've grown up and associating golf even from a young age. There's been two key people in it. It's been my dad and it's been Coach Strength. And so when I think about all of my positive mentality and everything and the person I'm becoming on the golf course and outside of the golf course, I related a lot to Coach Strength because I've never met someone who's so kind and so optimistic than him. And I think it's helping me become a better golfer and a better person just by being around him. I mean, it was like Joe saying, you want to ask him about your day, but you can't get away from him without talking about your day. I mean, he's got a conversation going all the time, and he's helping me become a better person and come out of my shell more.
That's so cool. And how awesome that everybody goes out and like puts up their personal best in the moment. You know, I mean, that's crazy hard to do in golf. That's ridiculously hard to do in golf. And congratulations for just the way you guys turned it on. That's nuts as you're looking at the scoreboard, leaderboard, and you're pulling away. And T-shirts well-deserved, trophies well-deserved. I am proud to have no roots whatsoever in Charlevoix, but I wear this shirt a lot, and people always ask about it. And by the way, we didn't take the time to bring Mama Drenth in here because she's sitting out in the other room, but we could probably tell some stories or have her tell some about all of you as well, because I'm sure that Doug brings those home. Thank you for letting us kind of hone in on your pizza party celebration. Suzanne Klinger says, what an incredible accomplishment. Congrats to all of you. Raider strong forever. And I think that's kind of the mantra that the entire community has adopted. So well done. Now you got to go and defend. And I will say this. I'm not going to get preachy, but I will say I believe in the power of prayer. And I believe a lot of you have been the beneficiaries of that kind of thing. I think the Lord has moved in a mighty way, and it really doesn't have anything to do with the trophy. It has to do with the fact that you're all sitting here after that terrible accident, and you all seem to be very kind to each other. And I think 35, 40 years from now, when you have another reunion and you look like me, your hair's gone or it's gray, you'll still remember these moments and what that state championship was like. So congratulations to all of you, and thanks for letting us kind of be a small part of your party. Awesome stuff. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.